Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakadash. The honors to our apostles, our elders, a great millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, all here pushing his truth and sincerity. The water of which I do, we love you, we appreciate you. To the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Shalom to y'all. It's your brother Dawah from the great millstone camp in Atlanta. Lord willing to give you an edifying lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls God. His name is Yahweh, meaning he is, all right? He exists or he to be. Who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, his name is Yahweh Shai, meaning he is the Savior, all right? He saves and he delivers. If you're watching this now, you're a so-called Black, Native American, or Latino man or woman, and you're a Hebrew Israelite according to the Holy Bible, all right? You won't find Black, Native American, or Latino in the Bible. All right. If you don't look like a so-called Black, Native American, or Latino, but you feel like this is the truth and it resonates with your spirit, there's a good possibility that you could be a Hebrew Israelite as well. Does not matter what you look like, nor the color of your skin. Only matters that your bloodline goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob had his name later changed to Israel. Israel in the Hebrew is Yasharallah, meaning he is a prince of the power. This is going to be various topics, all right? But I'm going to start with a couple things that's been on my head first. It says, the words of the preacher, the son of David, king of Jerusalem, vanity of vanities. It says, the preacher, vanity of vanities, all is vanity. So this is King Solomon, all right, telling you how vain the world is. Vain means to be a void, right? Be null and void means to have, there's no, there's no good source in it, right? There's no energy. It's black, right? Right? So, it's worthless. That's what vain means. It's worthless, literally worthless. But we can just hit the button, go to interlinear and see what that word truly means. So vanity, Salakia, because this is vapor. Is this vanity? Yeah, vanity of vanities, all is vanity. Oh my gosh. Hubble. Well, it means to be worthless. That's what vain means. So verse 3 says, but hold on. Ecclesiastes 1 and 2. Let's read it again. Vanity of vanities, said the preacher. Vanity of vanities. All is vanity. So that means what your woman is vanity, your children are vanity, your family's vanity. All right? That new car that you want or that you have, that you just got, is all in vain when it compares to Yahweh Shem Al Shai. The money that you're trying to get, that bag, is vain. It's vain, right? It's worthless, Not saying that your kids and your family are worthless, but when it compared to the truth, you know what I'm saying? You put the truth first. Everything else is vain because they can't help you get to the kingdom of heaven. They can't help you get saved. All right, you can help them get saved. All right. Actually, that's one of the topics I wanted to touch on. So let's get, let me see. That's First Timothy. Let's see. Yeah. So there's this video going around with this woman talking about how turkey legs are actually ham, which ham is pork, right? So ham is pork, right? You're not supposed to eat it. It's swine. The scriptures tell you not to eat it. But, she's going totally off. And really that's what you get because you're not supposed to, and you got people in the comments chewing her ass up, but it's like, you really should be quiet anyways. Women really aren't really here to teach, not that she was really, it's just really, women should just kind of be quiet and not in a disrespectful manner, but in a manner to which, the Most High said, not to be giving these women too much, freedom, too much wine and stuff like that. You're really supposed to be keepers at home, and to one man and we'll go through that, because it's like when women get power, they get extremely proud, and they put themselves as leaders and teachers when they're really not supposed to be, and they really not. Now you have some women out there that are good teachers, but when you talk about like things you should and should not do, you really shouldn't listen to a woman, right? Because they're gonna give you some vain description of how a man should live his life, or how a man should be. But we have the instructions on how to become a man in the scriptures. We don't need for a female to tell us what it takes to be a man. This is 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. All right. So that's silence and all subjection. Subjection means that you're subject to leadership. Hypotage, the act of subjecting, obedience. See, that's the word we're looking for, obedience. So when it says objection, let's read on. It says, "But I suffer not a woman to teach." So you're out here teaching things that you're not supposed to be teaching, right? The one who told you that turkey was ham. You kind of look at the video and it looks like satire, because you got to think to yourself, no one could be this stupid. All right, this has to be satire, right? It has to be a staged parody or a comedy skit. You thinking to yourself, can't nobody be that ignorant, right? But it says, "But I suffer not." It says, it's like here. "But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence." So when it says subjection means obedience, right? And that's the word we're looking for, right? It says not to usurp authority over the man. Let the men go out there and tell Israel what they should and should not eat, right? And primarily the men of Great Millstone, man. I'm just gonna come out and say it, because it's like at this point you got to see that these other Israelite groups don't got the truth, man. Right? It says, "For Adam was first formed, then Eve." Right? Exactly. So man came first, not you. So you're after us, man. And it's like, these women don't want to be in subjection under men. And that's why the world is in so much turmoil, right? Because that's one of the key elements to having the prominent society, is having the women in check, the women and the children in order, and the men too. But we're in check. We get in check under order of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai first and foremost, And it says, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. So it's easier to, women are extremely gullible, It's all you gotta do is be good looking, and females do, pretty much anything, You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. That's what it takes. These women nowadays, why you can't listen to them, because these women nowadays, they judge the amount of respect they're supposed to give you based off how you look. If you're good looking, okay, that's a real man right there. I'm gonna respect him. But then an average looking man might come by. He might be 5'8", not over 6 feet or whatever it is, and she like talks to him like he's her child. Like, you see that, Average men get treated like shit by these women. So why would I listen to a woman who judges character based off how good looking a man is? But then you got people who say that women are a good judge of character. Where? Where? If there's such a good judgment of character, why do they have all these baby fathers? This doesn't make any sense. Something's not adding up. All right. It says, "And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression." Right? Where transgression is that's sin. Transgression of the law is sin. It says, but here's the good part. It says, "Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and in charity and holiness and sobriety." So if you do all the things you're supposed to do, then you'll get you'll be saved through a man of the Lord, right? Let me see. So this is Genesis. We'll kind of stay on this topic for a second. It's Genesis chapter 3, and I believe verse 16. It says, "Unto the woman he said, I will greatly," because remember, it said, "For Adam was not deceived, but the woman was deceived in transgression." Well, this is, this is her being, deceived in transgression. Let me see. We might as well just read it, really keep it a buck with you. and make this the lesson since we're already going in on this. Genesis 3:1. That was actually a sigh of just relief. So not you might be like, oh, you don't want to go into this chapter? No, I do. It's exactly what I'm going to do, because you got to stick to the basics too. Genesis 3:1 says, now the serpent was more subtle than any other, than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh had made. And he said unto the woman, yea, hath the heavenly Father, hath Yahweh, actually it's Elohim, has the power said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. So let's read that again. It says, now the serpent. So serpent is a man, right? When Yahweh Shai called men vipers. Those are snakes. Those are serpents. When even in this today, even here in 2024, when you call a man a deceiver or a liar, you call him a snake. Bro, you're a snake. Well, guess what? That's what a serpent is. It's a snake. It says it was more subtle because he was extremely deceitful, right? It says, than any other beast of the field, which man is a beast. It says, which when you go to Genesis chapter 1, it tells you all the creatures, right? Man is a creature. It says, beast of the field, which the Lord power God had made. And he said unto the woman, yea, hath the power said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yahweh, the powers hath said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die. First of all, you be out here talking to no other men, number one, because remember, you're extremely gullible. All right, it's easy to manipulate you. Women are easily manipulated, extremely easily manipulated. It's not even funny. It's really a curse upon them, which is one of the scriptures I wanted to get. How the Most High cursed them, and they don't really, he hasn't imparted into them any knowledge, really, But the serpent says unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. Which he wasn't lying, because you're not going to die as soon as you eat the fruit. Now, by the way, this fruit is talking about knowledge, man. All right, it's not no apple. It's talking about knowledge. It says, for the powers doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened. So why did he say that? Because it's talking about knowledge. That's why. And ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Well, there go your answer. Right there. The answer, see how the answer is literally in the scriptures? You see how it's not an apple? Right? It says, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food and that it was pleasant to the eyes, which is lust. All it is lust to want to go do other things. You got people who know that tattoos are wrong because it says in the Bible not to get any markings on your body and on your flesh, but yet what? Mad tattoos. Why? Because of the lust. Right? They see it's good to their eyes. That's lust. You see a man's woman and she's married to that man, but you see her, you looking all her body and you thinking about how you want to have sex with her. Well, that's lust anyways. Even if you don't touch her physically, that's lust. That's a sin. That's adultery. Right? It says, but you did that with your eyes though, right? It says, and a tree to be desired, which is lust, to make one wise, she took off the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. So Jake was going off because, Adam wasn't supposed to follow after no woman. He's supposed to follow after the Lord, and he didn't. It says, verse 7, and the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made them themselves aprons. So them fig leaves, first of all, they're naked because the Most High, because basically, they were ashamed because they were sinning. Them being naked represents, them, all the sins that they're basking in. Right? And it says, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. So this is a metaphor. They're not actual leaves and they sewed. This is the customs of the other nations that they're getting involved in. All right, because remember, the Most High, he talks about how are trees, remember? What do trees have? They have fruits and leaves and things like that. Well, these are the customs of the other nations, and we're able to go amongst them and be with them. That's what this is talking about. Because remember, everything in the scriptures is metaphoric. It says, well, not everything, but mostly a lot of things are. It says, and they heard the voice of the Lord, power walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord amongst the trees of the garden, which the garden is Eden's paradise. So amongst the trees, So they went into the other nations, And like you thinking about actual trees and stuff because of the way that they've presented these scriptures to you. But it's not. They went amongst these other nations because people are known as trees as well. And they lived, amongst them to hide out. It says, and the Lord Yahweh called unto Adam and said unto him, where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked and hid myself. And he said, who told thee that thou wast naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat? And the man said, the woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree and I did eat. So he put the blame on his rib when it's like, yo, bro, you the leader, you the man, It says, and the Lord power said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. So you women shouldn't be getting your freedoms, man. Because what do you do with it? Or you have the freedom to go and fuck up a lot, which men do too, but we take a lot of risks and stuff like that, but it's calculated, and we learn from them things. But you women you're doing everything that you don't have to do. The laws are already set out for you already. You're just disobedient. You're just unruly, You don't have to go out there and learn. Men have to go out there and learn from mistakes and experience. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is keep your legs shut, stop talking to men, right? Stay out of the clubs, stop twerking in public and wearing scandalous and obscene clothing. Really, and stop being loud. That the rules are set in place for you to do. What do you do though? That's sexist. That's what you do. And then so you can say, all right, we're not sexist. Y'all do what y'all want to do. Go ahead, you're equal. And then you go out and you make these mistakes that cost you your lives. Men make mistakes that they grow from and get better from. And they might they might go out there and try to start businesses and they see which ones work and don't work. You're going out there to have sex with all the good looking guys to see what you don't and do like. Okay, now you know that these good looking guys, you don't like them as much as you like the regular guys, because regular guys are actually the ones that want to take care of you. They got a good job and they just want to take care of a family. That's really what they want. The good looking guys want to have sex with all the girls in the world. And so now you see that and you say, oh, I got to go out and experience and see what it was that I like and what I don't like. No, you don't. See, you going out and experience is not the same thing as a man going out and experience. All you supposed to do is just be in the house, man, and just chill out. But you don't want to do that. You women are just extremely wicked, man. You don't have to do these things, but you got the fear of missing out, they say. So now we get into the part where, you're supposed to be in obedience, man. It says, in the Lord, power said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat of the days of thy life. Now this is talking about because they're going to be extremely low. That's why they're going to be on their belly. The dust represents confusion, man. So you look out in this world, what do you have? Nothing but confusion. Why? Because Job 9:24 says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So if the earth is given into the hand of the wicked and they control the world, that will make sense why there's so much confusion out here, because this is a representation of Esau. Right, that spirit of Esau, that's what the serpent is. It's a man, but it has a spirit of Esau in him, which is, who rules the world, but he's extremely low and extremely confused, because why? Babylon is America. Babylon means confusion, man. Babal, confusion. Yeah, and it says, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and conception and sorrow. That's why you have birth pains. It says, in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, And thy desire shall be to your husband, and he shall rule over thee. So that's the point, man. That's what you're supposed to be. You guys are supposed to be in subjection, man, but you don't want to be. You're extremely rebellious, which rebelliousness is a sin of witchcraft. And Most High said, I suffer not a witch to live. So that's why you women are really kind of catching your hell, man. That's why you're catching a lot of hell. But that's the point. Like I said, it was gonna be various topics, but we went into, these women being in subjection. I haven't been done scriptures like this in a while, so it's okay to do it. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, Bashim Rakakadash, double honor to our apostles, the elders, the great millstone ever well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and shalom to y'all.